It says no parking in that sign on the on-ramps. It even says it. That guy there, he's like, hell with that. I have to stop. And this guy up here too. Like, no parking right. Stop. I gotta stop. And that's basically what I did last night. Excuse my language. But and that's basically what I did last night. Got back to the Lowe's just north of Chattanooga. And probably had about 10 minutes left, but by the time I got through driving through the parking lot, I had to park on the exit curb. But you guys know what I'm talking about there on the exit curb going out of the Lowe's driveway. And you know, they didn't say nothing to me. It said no parking in front of me, but not where I was. But yeah, we just parked it there and went to bed. You know, watched a couple of videos until we wound down and went to sleep. Got up this morning and I set my alarm for about an hour early before my reset because I had to get a shower, man. I think the last shower I had was probably over there in Springdale, I believe, and that was 2 or 3 days ago. So we got a shower, we feel refreshed, we got some breakfast and some coffee, and we are good to go. We're on the second trailer. We went and picked this up last night. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it. I went to the drop yard and they didn't have one. And he had to call the plant, and the plant had this trailer over there. So I went and got it. It kind of cut down on my time because I could have got probably 30 minutes further north towards Nashville if the empty would have been at the drop yard where they told me it was going to be. So right now, yeah, we're just going through the Tennessee mountains. So whatever Lookout, I think it was Lookout, I don't know, maybe it's up here. But I know we still have to go up Mont Eagle. And we filmed it coming the other way, coming south, but we didn't film it going north. And I hope I got that truck stop, the where you stop at the top of the hill before you go down and check your brakes and stuff. And they don't have that coming up this way to the north. I guess the grade isn't as bad, but it's still pretty good grade. Yeah. And this RV is slowing me down. Come on, Mr. RV man. You haven't even started climbing yet, dude. What's up with that? So it's about 11:30 right now, so we're gonna get there about the same time after lunch, maybe a little bit earlier than it was yesterday. I just got held up. I did stop at I stopped at Dalton because on my GPS it says there's a pilot there. I was gonna run over that pilot, and there's no freaking pilot there. It's just a little gas station that they changed from a pilot to, or I don't know who put a pilot on there on the GPS, but it is not a pilot. It is like a gas station in a Kroger multiplex shopping area. And you know, I was bobtailing. I didn't have a trailer, so I wasn't worried about it. But I had to pull into that shopping area, and I parked over there by Kroger where there was a Longhorn Steakhouse right where I parked. I was parked right behind it, so I was like, hell yeah. You know, I went in there and got me I didn't get a steak. I didn't feel like eating just a steak for some reason. So I got one of their hamburgers. I never had a hamburger there. It's pretty good. Got the bacon cheeseburger, and I got the appetizer, the shrimp. I mean, if you ever go to the Longhorn Steakhouse and get the shrimp appetizer, it's freaking good. I ate a few of them. I couldn't eat all of them. They give you a lot. It's like popcorn shrimp, deep fried. They put some kind of spice in it. It's a little bit spicy, but man, it's good. I ate some of them, and I got a to-go box for the rest. again because it is kind of hectic in there. I mean, trucks aren't supposed to be in that shopping area. And I had a couple people look at me funny, but you know, I was bobtailing. I didn't care. Like, there's no problem with bobtailing. Come on. So yeah, I won't stop there. But it was a good restaurant. I mean, if you are bobtailing there, shit, I'd do it again. You know, or even just to go to the Kroger. I thought about going to the Kroger, but I was like, man, I got to get down the road because they did give me a load. I need to pick up on the 25th in Springdale, so I am going to be getting this, dropping this trailer, going back and getting the third one, taking it to Nashville, and then I'll be bobtailing to Springdale. They are paying me for the bobtail all the way to Springdale, and I got to pick up the load there on the 25th, and it has 2 drops, and it pays really, really freaking good. Plays like 4,000 for 600 and 650 miles, something like that. So, anyways, that's gross though, you know what I mean? That's not, you don't get the whole 4,000. I gotta pay them their percentage and then fuel costs. So, and it's a 2-day run because it's 2 drops, I believe. The second drop is in another town. But anyways, that gets me back to Texas. So, it's a Texas run, so. Yeehaw! I've played around over here enough, you know. I mean, I'd come back over here. It's freaking beautiful, man. I love it. I have a bunch of family here. Not any family that I personally know, but, you know, through DNA and stuff. I did DNA tests. A bunch of people over here I'm related to. With my last name also, so with my surname. I was in contact with one of my relatives in North Carolina. His family stayed in North Carolina. I'm sure some of them branched off, you know, Tennessee, Georgia. But I've been, you know, there's some here in Tennessee. There's a lot here in Tennessee, but there's more in Georgia of my family. In contact with this one relative in North Carolina, and he was really cool. And he was an older guy, an older cousin, and he ended up passing away last year, a couple years ago. So that's unfortunate. But he had a long life, and he was into that too, looking for relatives and stuff. He taught me a lot about the family that stayed behind in North Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia. People up here, and yeah, it's beautiful here. You know, I can understand why they stayed because, I mean, just look, the scenery, man, the mountains, the rivers, the creeks. I mean, if you can make a living here, I know way back when it was probably hard to make a living, and you know, some people move for various reasons. But nowadays, you know, there's a lot of jobs. It's a very nice area. A lot of lakes. Go fishing and stuff like that. The whole southeast is, I love it. You know, I love it from North Carolina to down to Florida, over through Alabama. I even love Arkansas, you know. Yes, I even love Arkansas. I'm talking about the scenery. You know, the Ozarks. I do have family in Arkansas too. There's a lot of my cousins that are over there. Recent cousins. I personally know them, so. But everybody's older now, you know. So the older you get, you lose touch. You lose touch with some of the ones that you would have been in touch with when you were younger. You know, people have families. You know, they have jobs and families, and they get busy, and unfortunately, they lose contact. I kind of wished it was like, you know, back in the old days, how people wrote letters to each other, and I might start doing that because that's personable. That's personal. You don't have the time to call, but you know, at least he took the time to write us a letter, let us know what's going on and everything. And I think that is like going them. I don't mind it right now because I'm empty, but I do not. I don't like taking this way when I'm loaded. It's a pain in the butt, especially with anything over 40,000. But we're gonna get down the road a bit. We're gonna go up here to the TA and well, depending on how much fuel I have left, I may go drop this trailer first and then go by the TA. I think I have enough to go drop it first. Let's go ahead and get it done, but I'm going to try to get back to the drop yard or the plant back in Georgia a little bit earlier than I did yesterday, hopefully. So I got over there about 8:30 or something like that. I'm running a little bit ahead of what I was yesterday, and that's what I need to do because I need to take some of that driving time off for tomorrow so I can try to make it to Springdale, or at least get close to Springdale before I shut down. Because I've got to pick up the load on the 25th, and I've got to be able to make it all the way. I got to have enough driving time to get all the way to Denton, Texas. So, we'll be going home here in a bit. I don't mind doing this. It's empty trailer load, and it pays good for each trailer, It pays really good for each trailer, so we're making money. That's what counts. We're making money. We're putting food on the table. We're paying our bills, paying our taxes. Hey, that's what you got to do to survive, Nothing guaranteed in this world but death and taxes. So we're going to get down the road a bit. I hope you enjoyed the scenery. And I might take it going up. I might save some going up the hill, which is up the mountain, which is not too far away. Here we go, going up the hill, going up the mountain. I hope you can see there to your left. Hope you have scenery of the rock wall, the amazing feat of engineering of cutting this mountain basically in half to be able to cut this road in here. You saw a little bit of the wall back there. We are on 24 North, or what they call it, 24 West, because it runs northeast, but they call it a Western Highway, westbound, because it's from basically Chattanooga to Tennessee, which is kind of to the west. Right, dude, we're going around here, dude. There's some more wall up here. Got the cruise cut. Oh, got a truck that's broke down. Sorry about that. I did not see him around that curve. have to Google it and see, you know, look at the marking. Now we're going to have to slow down a little bit. I have to turn my jake brake on. Slow down. This guy getting on the highway. Alright, that is climbing northbound side of 24 in between Chattanooga and Nashville, Mount Eagle. Beautiful sunny day, and it is beautiful outside. And we'll give you an update. Down the mountain, we did go around the sharp curve already, so you know, I kept hearing this noise, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" It sounds like an airplane, you know. So I rolled up my window, and it's that guy's jake brakes in front of me. I thought, "What is that? Is that my truck?" No, he's got his jake brakes on. Jake brakes sound kind of weird, I guess because of the echo, you know, coming off the mountain. But I don't know, this is supposed to be a 3-mile drop, so we should be getting pretty close to the bottom. If we are not already there. Star truck's gonna slow everybody down. I think that's just his exhaust. It sounds like that. Every time I want to get over there, here comes a truck or a 4-wheeler. Because, you know, I got to be in the right gear to be able to get over in that lane and not hold up traffic too much. I think I'll try it. Oh, here comes a fast red car. Come on, little scooter. Man. Dang, here's jake brakes.
Ain't no doubt we're going to stop over at the 158. Use the bathroom, give me something for lunch, and we're going to go tag on the line and get on over to South Carolina. All right, we'll see you in a day or two. Be careful, be safe.
All right, buddy, be careful, bud. You go. You do what you need to do. Drive. I don't know what's going on here, but there's a backup going into Chattanooga. It's probably construction. And we've been doing this for the past 5 miles, so we'll see. I did see a Goon Squad pickup. You know, the Goon Squad from YouTube. I mean, the back license plate said Goon Squad, so I imagine it was one of their pickups. It was a blue Ford Raptor, so I don't know if they've had that on their channel. I mean, I'm not subscribed to them, but I know of their channel. And yeah, he was rolling in the left-hand lane, but he's back behind me. He got caught in that left-hand lane. Sorry about the noise, but it's nice outside, so I have the window down and the AC off. It's like 70. Well, my truck says 77, but it's probably about 75. My truck usually reads a little bit warmer because of the engine and if I'm going slow, you know. But we're going to try to get through Chattanooga one of these hours. I hope this doesn't slow my roll. It probably will. Because I wanted to get, coming back with that last empty, I wanted to get further north towards Nashville. This may complicate things with this backup. And I can see we're going over a bridge now, and it's still going on, going over that bridge. And then we got that hill to climb. What is it? Lookout Mountain. So it may be construction. I don't know. But it is really slowing us down today. But if that Goon Squad guy comes by, I'll try to get a pic of him. He's back there a little ways. pretty cool Jeep in front of us. We're gonna stop. Not necessarily take a break, but stop and use the facilities. I think there's a quick trip over here. I mean, that's what it says. There's a quick trip. I don't know. These freaking places. It says it has a cat scale, but I don't know, you know, where these places are. Around here, and you go to a pilot, and it's not even a freaking pilot. I don't know. I see some trucks back there, so I guess it is. Which is good. Which is good. I hope it has a Wendy's that can get me a Frosty. But I need to use the restroom. We're still on. We're on 75 now, but we haven't hit I don't think we've hit 285 yet. So I'll take the opportunity to go over here and wash my windows out. You know, I wonder if okay, can we get back through here? Yeah, sure can. Oh, this is a nice quick trip. Doesn't have a lot of parking, but you know, you make your own parking space sometimes, like I did last night at that Lowe's. And we're going to go over here and park because we'll be out of the way. They'll use the restroom first and use one of those windshield wipers. But we're at the 306 exit. Quick trip. Come on over. Alright, well, we got one of those pigs in a blanket. We got two of them. They're at the quick trip. That was at 306. Now we're in Atlanta on the 285 south. We're on the 285 south. And between Chattanooga and Atlanta, all I'm going to do is probably just make it back to that Love's. I mean, I thought I was making good time, but this is the second jam I'm getting into. You know, what do you expect with Atlanta? I thought it might be clear because it is, you know, a little after 7 here. I don't know what's going on up here, but I still haven't passed that 20 exit yet, and that's usually pretty busy. It was last night. So, yeah, we don't have that far to go to the to get that trailer. It just may take a while to get there. So, we'll see what happens. Just stop and go, stop and go. Atlanta. Okay, I saw some flashing lights on the back of this aluminum trailer, and I was like, "Where's that coming from?" I thought it was on the other side of the highway. Here comes a state trooper down the left-hand lane over there by the shoulder, coming down there. Cars are getting over for him, come in behind us, and all that for a little fender bender. They someone rear-ended somebody else, and it looked like they just barely tapped them. I mean, it didn't look like that much damage, and yeah, it didn't look like that much damage, and but they didn't have the lane. They had it. They were blocking the left-hand lane. So, I mean, come on, move it over, people, move it over. Come on, dude, I'm flashing my lights. Are you going to get over or not? Oh, he turned on his blinker, wasn't even looking. So, pretty nice Beamer though. There's some more lights up here. Somebody went down the right side of the road. I don't know if those were tow trucks or, because I wasn't paying attention. They went down the shoulder on the right side, and I don't know if something else is going on up here because it opened up for a little bit and then it came to a screeching halt. There's that low boy right there on my left. I was on his tail coming all the way down here because he was moving pretty good. We got separated a couple times, but it looks like he's back on track, going the same direction I am. Yeah, he was coming down 75. He was coming down 75 like I was. I was right on him. Well, I wasn't right on him. I mean, I stayed behind him because he was moving along. We got separated back there on 285. All that traffic, all the lanes. I think I beat him over here. He caught up to me. I should actually probably be in that lane to the left, but legally trucks aren't supposed to be in that lane. The left two lanes, trucks are not supposed to be in. So if they wanted to, they could give you a ticket. So I'm just like, whatever, I'll just stay in this lane, you know, big deal. Everybody's going slow anyway. Although I might end up changing if it keeps going like this. Yeah, I know. I think I will. I think I will. Come on, dude. I know you had some space in front of you. You got right over here and stopped. Come on, dude. I mean, I think I can afford, as long as this opens up a little bit, I think I can afford to go Panthers. Whoever they are. I think I can afford to stay in this lane because I have like 15 more miles to go before I need to exit. But it's going to have to open up a little bit. Either that or someone's going to have to be nice enough to let me over 2 lanes to take the exit. But we'll see. Alright, we'll just get down the road a bit. I'm just rambling on. But, you know, it's about the drive. Day in a life. Day in a life. Day in a life. And give you an update. Try to get down here and get this empty trailer and head back towards that. Well, the sun's almost set. We're just now maybe coming up on this accident. I don't know. I see some flashing lights off there to the right. They have the exit closed. We already passed. Sorry about that, I have my window down. We already passed the 20 exit, 20. And I don't know if this is it or not, but here's the spot where all those trucks down the shoulder are coming. I don't know. There's a tow truck. Oh yeah, Swift truck. There you go. Hope the driver's okay. Swift. Oh man. Made it over. Blue truck. He went up the hill. He must have tried to avoid something. I hope he didn't run into any behind, you know, rear end anybody. There's another Swift truck. Bit the dirt. Hope the driver's okay though. Prayers, thoughts and prayers for him and his family and anyone involved in that. Now it's picking back up, so we should be there shortly. We got about 10 more miles before the exit. Well, made it here to the drop yard. I went by the plant first because that's where I picked up that last trailer at the plant. And the one I was supposed to pick up, they're storing product on it. They said it'll be a while before it gets unloaded. So, I mean, I don't have time to freaking wait because I have got to be in Springdale to pick up that other load. So, I'm over here at the drop yard right now and I'm going to check with this guard to see if there's an empty I can take over here that'll be suitable. This is the third trailer. This is supposed to be the last one. That guy in that guy up there in Nashville at that plant, you know, he's expecting me to bring him another one. So we shall see. We'll find out. We got that other trailer delivered, man. I tell you what, man, that yard service guy. What? He's like, oh, just take it around there. This is the problem I had before. Is that, see all these trailers right here? There's even more trailers on the other side. That's where I tried to put it. I tried to turn around behind those trailers. Didn't have any room. And he said, just take it over here. I moved the trailer. You can put it right in there. I'll come over here. And he's got this right there in front of this spot. And look at that. There's cars on the right hand side. If I'm a foot away from them, I had to freaking pull up over here, inch my trailer back, but I couldn't turn my steering back because of that damn curve right there. So I had to blind. And don't get me wrong, I got out 3 or 4 times to make sure the back of my trailer was lined up. And but still I had trouble because I could not bring my steers back around to straighten out. So I pulled up a couple times, finally got it back, and then I pulled up, scooted back, pulled up, scooted back, pulled up, scooted back until I was straight enough to get it in this hole. And he had talking about making a hard on the driver, sitting over there barbecuing. Nobody offered to help. In my favor bringing them trailers, and they're making it hard on me, you know. Look at all this. You got corporate right there. Look at that. Look how much room I have over here. I'm trying to back this in. I need to get my keys. Hold on. I gotta take that lock off before I forget. And you got all the colored hats over there. Not one of them offered to help. See, that's how close that car. I'm having to turn sideways to get in. And then you got cars in the tree behind you back here. Tell you what, man, I'm glad this is the last trailer I'm bringing over here, because that dude, I mean, he drives around a little 30-inch yard service truck. He thinks I can turn around and I can back up like him. First of all, I don't have a back window. This isn't a double stack Mack with the window in the back. All right. Oh, yard truck. Look at this. Look how much room I got back here. I can barely walk past this F-150 in my trailer. And it's even closer on the other side. But I wanted to definitely stay away from these cars, you know. Man, I tell you what, I'm glad this is the last trailer I'm taking over here, because they've got trailers lined up all over this place. You know, because they're going to be servicing their equipment. I don't know what these trailers are for, because they're not refrigerated. They're probably just stuff going out and coming in. But he's got trailers over here. He's got trailers over there. You know. He's got around the building. And then he wants me to blindside. I'm sure he can do it with that little yard dog. You know, he's got a window in the back. He's got that short wheelbase. He tells me, oh, I cleared a spot for you. That don't look like a cleared spot right there to me. You don't have enough room to turn right here and straighten out. Talk about making it difficult. I guess that's why they pay me the big money over there looking at you, you know. Oh, he's about to hit something. He's about to hit. Not one of them offered to come over here and spot me. They just stand there and gawk. Well, let's get this unhooked and we're going to head to Springdale. We're going to bobtail over there. It's a beautiful day besides besides this, I'm not pissed off or anything. I'm freaking grateful that I got this trailer in here. But I was mindful enough to get out and check a few times and make sure the back of my trailer was lined up. I know better than that. I can blindside, but I'm not the best blindside. Alright, well, I'm glad I showed you people that. Some of the stuff that us truckers have to put up with, you know. Curb right in front of you, a freaking trailer right there, and he wants you to back in. I guess he thought I could pull up there, but there's no, even with this trailer moved right here, there's no way I can make that turn in my truck to pull that up in that little area. No way. So I had to blindside, and he had that trailer in the way. Oh my goodness. It's what we have to do sometimes. But, you know, even from a yard service driver who thinks he may be a truck driver, maybe once was at a certain time, but I don't think he drove anything with a long wheelbase. Seriously doubt it. So we are going to proceed. See, they have trailers everywhere here. They're going to work on that refrigerant system for a week or two. And they have them in the back also. Stocked up all over this damn plant. And it is tight. Get it out of here. We need to jump on 440 West because we need to go to Springdale. Getting over here to this plant is another story. I mean, look at the street you have to go down to get over here. It's kind of like downtown Tucson, you know, or freaking Chicago. All over Chicago. It's just old town, you know, old town. I guess these old towns are like that in a lot of places. They cut the tree for a truck to come through, you know, but yeah, this reminds me of Tucson here, or not Tucson, Tulsa. I don't know why I said Tucson. I meant Tulsa, Oklahoma. They got a bunch of old factories they still use close to downtown. Streets like this. Houses on the left, and houses on the right. See, there's a house right there to the left, a house to the right here. 25 mile an hour. You know. Now you can't come in from the other way because there's not an exit for the highway to this road. You have to go this way. And you have to make your own lane. You have to make your own lane coming onto this road right here. Coming onto Melrose off the highway exit. You have to make your own lane and turn, and I had to back some dude up. He was on his phone and he pulled up too far. I couldn't turn, so I was just stopped there. Had to wait for him to back up, and he was on his phone, and he backed up a little bit, and I'd pull forward, and then he would stop and talk on his phone, and then I'd back, and then he would back up a little bit more, and he couldn't understand why I haven't turned yet, and you know, I got my wheels turned all the way. Oh my goodness. Well, the stuff we do and the things we learn driving a truck. You can never be too careful because every time you drive a truck, if you want to get into trucking, every time you get in that truck and head out, an adventure awaits. And you're going to be challenged. Whether it's mentally, physically or both. You're going to be challenged one way or the other. And just like, you know, I thought this was going to be gravy coming up here bringing 3 trailers, but putting up with the traffic. I lost an hour in Chattanooga yesterday going back down there because of the construction. Well, it wasn't construction, it was just the merge going to Knoxville, that merge to Knoxville and Atlanta on the southbound side. People just go slow, you know. So it was backed up 5 miles north of Chattanooga. And finally, after that split, everything cleared up. Then we get to Atlanta, and Swift lays one over on the side of the road. Plus, there was another accident on the left-hand side on the 285, and I lost another hour doing that. And come up here, and you think, oh, I'm just dropping an empty trailer, but you know, there's nowhere to drop it. And the place he wants you to drop it is it's crazy, you know. It's crazy. All right, wherever that 440 West is, we need to get on. I think it's on the right-hand side. Yeah, here's the east. This is the one I took. Go back down there, 440 east. We need to jump on the west because we are going to. You can see the distance there. There's downtown Nashville. We're about a mile south, mile and a half, 2 miles. I don't think it's 2 miles, but it might be. South of downtown Nashville, and you got the baseball stadium there, the football stadium on the other, and the T8 next to it. Well, we're going to go on the southern route and try to avoid some of that traffic. Southern route around there, 440 West. We are bobtailing now. They're paying us to bobtail all the way to Springdale. And I was stressed out yesterday because I had to make it as far as I could to be able to make it to Springdale, because it's a 10-hour drive from where I stopped at the. I didn't think I was going to make it to the Loves, but we made it to the Loves last night, back to that same Loves there north of Chattanooga. And I thought, well, if I can't make it back to that Loves, you know, that's going to make it hard making it to Springdale. It's going to be an 11-hour drive. And it's going to be tough, but I was able to make it. I don't know where I made time at, but I made some time. I made it to the Loves and shut down. Then some punks woke me up this morning because I had to park in the entrance. Of course, you know, there were 4 or 5 trucks parked in the entrance. That Loves fills up every night, but they honk the horn when they come in the morning, waking me up, you know. Trying to be funny. You know, wake up, wake up. Another guy stops and says, "You're in the way." Really? Oh, okay. You can't drive around me? You want me to drive your truck? Yeah, you want me to drive your truck? I got a CDL, Class A. I can drive your truck so you can get in this Loves, you know. He had plenty of room. He was just being difficult, giving me a hard time. But there were, you know, when I parked there last night, I parked behind other trucks, did the same thing. There's plenty of room to go in that entrance. They don't say nothing to you at the Loves there because there's plenty of room, you know. They have signs up, no parking, but they don't say nothing to you. Because they know, I mean, over here there's not enough parking places, seriously, to begin with, you know. Not enough to begin with. So we're going to head through Nashville, the southern portion of it. And I wonder how many country western stars I've passed doing this run back and forth to Nashville. I don't know. I may be passing some right now, don't even know about it. I don't listen to a lot of music, you know. Most of the music I listen to, if I do listen to something, it's from the 90s, you know. Newer stuff. But like I said, I don't listen to a lot of radio. I do have satellite radio. I listen to the trucker channel every once in a while. But I don't listen to a lot of it. It's just not my music. I love good guys who write the songs for those bands and play the instruments or musical. What do they call them? Savants. They know how to write. They know how to write good music. Well, there's a bunch of good bands out there. You know, I may be leaving out some, but I remember some of the older country songs when I listened to some music back then. You know, 15 years ago. I don't know a lot of the newer stuff, so I couldn't tell you if you were a country music star or not. You know, nowadays I could tell some of the older people, but if I was to meet a new country music western star today, I probably wouldn't even know they were a country music western star. We are going to, I'm babbling on, but we are going to get around Nashville, try to get a shot of the Mississippi going across since it's daytime. But I think we may be going across that South